Hey, Mike. How you doing today?
Good, Scott.
Appreciate you taking the time to answer a couple of questions for me.
Of course.
I know you've now been a client with 1GS for I think over 6 months now. So just want to ask you a couple of questions on your experiences so far, and we'll go from there.
Sure.
So initially, when you were searching for an agency, Mike, what problems were you trying to solve for your firm?
It all boils down to in sales the quality of the leads, right? And we were running into a big issue where we were spending a lot of money for a lot of leads. I guess a better way to put it, we spend a small amount of money for a lot of leads, right? Kind of just volume, quantity over quality. Mm-hmm. And our cost per acquisition and our ROI was not where we wanted it to be. We wanted to get just better quality leads, better contact rate, better communication, and just better prospective clients from the people that we were reaching out to. Our goal is to find the person that we fit perfectly, and just buying leads mass in bulk from a lead vendor. I've never been the biggest fan of that personally, so I was looking for a way to get a little more quality out of the people that we were reaching out to.
And apologies, I didn't allow you to introduce yourself. If you could kind of just share your name and kind of your business. What do you do?
Sure, of course. My name is Mike Kopech. I work with a company called First Family Insurance. I'm in a satellite office of theirs in South Florida in Coral Springs. I've been a health insurance broker. That's what we do, health insurance brokerage. I've been a broker for about 4 years now. We offer just about every possible plan available in the country for health insurance. It's a very, very unique and confusing industry. It takes a long time to really understand it. And most people, without being in the business, have no clue how insurance works. I feel like I educate people on a daily basis. So we're here just to make sure that we can find the right solution for individuals or for their families, especially self-employed, especially the people that do a lot of traveling, things like that are kind of our key focus.
Awesome. And, from a kind of an agency standpoint, Mike, what made 1GS kind of stand out from the other agencies that I'm sure you were, kind of reviewing before you're working with us?
Sure. So I had worked with a few different marketing firms in the past. Everybody has a great pitch, right? We're going to do X, Y, and Z for you. Sure. We're going to promise you, that you're going to have 70% contact rate and a 20% close rate for everything that we generate, sure. Right? And it looks great on paper and it sounds great when you talk about it. And I think one thing that sets you guys apart, you didn't make any promises like that. You didn't say that your cost per acquisition is going to drop by 50%. You didn't say that I'm going to promise you 100 leads a day. You didn't say any of those things that I heard time over and again that did not come to fruition. So that was something that caught my attention right off the bat, is you were more about the quality of the content and let it go organically, for lack of a better term, just let it kind of happen. And with the quality of the content brings the quality of the leads. And you guys have proven yourselves time over now that I've never had as high of a contact rate in my entire career, not just in health insurance, but any other sales position I've held with the leads that we've been contacting.
No, we appreciate that. No, it's we try to go above and beyond, in what we do. So really appreciate those words. Now that, I said just a quick summary, and I'm sure you've answered this, now you've been working with us, what do you feel have the results been so far, and anything we can improve on?
I brag about it all the time with some of the guys in our office that don't really understand what we're doing. It is a process, that's the first thing to understand. It is a process that you have to start from zero and use a bunch of different building blocks to get to where you want to get. It's not instant gratification. Sure. But now that we've been working with you guys for a while, I brag about our contact rate. Typically in our industry, your contact rate's about 10%, 10 to 15%, somewhere in that range. We're like 80% contact rate. with the leads that come through, right? And in all reality, in sales, that's all that matters, is if you can get in contact with somebody, right? Whether you get the sale or not is a different animal altogether, but just getting a real qualified person on the phone or to respond to a text message or any other number of ways to communicate with them is the biggest asset you can have, is contact rate. So when we're talking about an 80+% contact rate, that's insane. I've never experienced that in any industry, right? So the quality is there for sure. Being able to just talk to people is huge.
So now you're saying we have to work to a 90% contact.
Going after the unicorn.
Last question I have, Mike. If somebody was considering 1GS or looking for marketing services, would you recommend us to them? And if so, why?
Absolutely, I would. You guys have been great. You have been very responsive at all times. That's a big thing, is, you know, when something does come up that needs attention, getting it corrected in a timely fashion. And, you know, I understand we all have different clients and different things going on in our lives. So it's, again, I'm not looking for immediate gratification, but just you guys acknowledge what's going on and you come to a resolution very, very quickly. I appreciate that very much so, because that's how I drive my business, as well as taking care of my clients. So it's very important to me that I have somebody that does that for me as well. And then on top of that, everything you've ever said that you were going to do has come to fruition. Again, you never promised specifics, but you gave me a general outline of where we should expect to be within specific timelines, right? So I would absolutely recommend you guys. Again, very attentive, great customer service, very responsive, and I've just been happy with the service overall. Everything's worked out the way that you guys have said it was, the way that I've been hoping it would be.
Awesome, Mike. Well, you know, I said we're going to look to keep that up. And then obviously, David, you have a goal of 90% contact rate, so we got to improve. So the goal is, how do we get better? So no, I really appreciate your time, and thank you so much again, Mike.